Hi, Japedians. It's Bumi Akomolafe again. Welcome back to Akomolafe Family Channel. So today is an update video. I start by thanking God for everything, and I want to say a massive thank you to our new subscribers, our old subscribers, people who have been encouraging us, people who even came physically to visit us at our store. Shout out to Miss Cindy. I mentioned Miss Cindy some time ago, and she came to my store. She's been to my store now to patronize us. She came physically to buy. She also bought online. And I just want to say a massive thank you to her. She's been of immense support. And for those people who have been telling us, don't give up, don't get fed up, things get easier, I just want to say thank you. I always remember somebody's comment, and that comment keeps lingering at the back of my mind. I was actually in the UK when that person made that comment, and the person said, you are running away to Nigeria, but Nigeria too is stressful now. So that made me got me unsettled. When Nigeria too definitely would be stressful. I was imagining, Nigerian stress then. And since coming, I can say that yes, Nigeria is stressful. But there is this feeling that comes with that stress that doesn't make it kind of weigh you down. I don't know how to express it, but before coming to sit here to talk tonight, I've already kind of thought about how I'm going to express that feeling. Like if I run like my daily routine with you, as people know that I've recently fired my nanny, and my sales girl at the shop, she only worked for a short time and she's gone to uni now. So I'm nonetheless no much help at the moment, but I've recently hired another sales girl. She's still under probation, so we are still observing. If I run my daily routine, it makes my daily routine look very busy. Yet I'm not way down. My mental health is still at a place where I can still cope. And I just pray that God continues to give us the strength to carry on doing all these things. The school here, they are quite understanding in the sense that, like on the day that it rains very hard, if you're a little bit late, they overlook it. They don't really stress us too much about those kind of things. So we are not rushing as much. We slow down because of the bad roads. And things like that. Highlight of this month so far. I've not talked about the highlight of this month because of the nanny issue that, I've kind of gone on and on about for a while now. So for those people who are still commenting, can you believe, guys, comments are still coming in on that video? I'm happy to report again that Nanny has since gone. She has gone for a long time now. We've moved past that phase a long time ago. I'm not looking to hire any nanny anymore, to be honest, because I have settled into that routine now. And rather, I have a new sales girl. And so far, she's only done 1 week. So far, she's been very, very proactive. Let me put it that way. She's still under probation, so we are still observing. Yeah, so highlight of this month, we started from the 1st of October. I know today is the 17th or so, I think. 1st of October, the children were asked to wear their native to school. And basically, we just had like a few days to get a native clothing. My daughter doesn't have one. Or at that time, she didn't have one. So obviously, I didn't expect them to say they'll be doing cultural day. And apparently most of the kids at the school probably, they presented to have some because obviously they've been doing these things for years. So that kind of got us running around. To be fair, to be very honest, because of that short notice, I kind of held that secret thought in my heart that on that day I will not let her go to school. And that's just me being honest. That's just me being honest here, that I'm just going to go the easy way out. I can't kill myself at this point. But somehow, somebody helped to pull it off, And then they introduced me to a tailor who got the material and said she could sew it in 2 days. And she quickly sewed this beautiful dress from the Ankara material that she bought and made a little bow with the material. And my daughter was able to go to school. They also told us to make African dish to celebrate that day. Man, these Nigerian schools, honestly. So that got us up at 5:36 a.m. in the morning cooking jollof rice. So I'm glad that she went because she enjoyed that experience a lot. And so that's one update. Another update is the fact that I finally got malaria. It just felt like flu, like when we have flu in the UK. And it felt like flu Pro Max, like flu, heightened flu. Because the thing that I knew that was happening to me and that was very profound was that sour taste, that bitter taste in my mouth. And the body ache was so intense. And I remember in the UK, sometimes you do have that bitter taste in your mouth, like when you have a very bad flu. You have the joint pain, you have the snotty nose. And I was having all these symptoms, even though I was, doing my videos and people didn't really notice I wasn't really well. The one that really frustrated me was that bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, so when I had that taste, I knew that it was time to go and do malaria test. And it came back positive that I had malaria. And I just went straight in the same test center. They had a very nice pharmacy. So I just went there and I got some medication. And thank God that the medication worked. The pharmacist did mention that we should continue to observe our preventative measures, because you then can tend to your body starts to build resistance to this medication. And the fact that it worked one time might mean that it might not work the next time. She was trying to explain these things to me. So she said to continue to prevent, us getting these bites. But these mosquitoes are very clever these days. I don't understand. I had a preventative medication for myself when I was coming. And I just told myself, I've been taking it for almost 3 months now. What am I going to do? Am I good? Does that mean I'm going to take it forever? So I stopped taking it. And so I ended up getting malaria. These mosquitoes, they go as far as hiding under the seats in the car. They are in the car. They are everywhere. Yeah, so another highlight. This one. In fact, I don't even know how to talk about this without getting people giving me lashing out there. And somebody did say to me that, get ready, your daughter is going to lose her British accent. I thought to myself, at least it should take maybe at least 6 months to a year before we start seeing these things. And you know how children pick up on those things very quickly when they start school. My daughter she went to school in northern part of the UK. And very quickly, she was already picking their accent there just from talking to teachers, the friends. Meanwhile, when she went to nursery, which was in another part of the city, her accent was fine. It was clear. We could hear what she was saying. But then when she changed school to a school where the teachers, they were predominantly people from the northern part of the UK, she picked up this accent as well. And then, she started speaking like them. Even though I started saying, stop speaking like that, speak this way, speak that way. It didn't work. So it's, something similar is happening here now, and it's really frustrating me. It is really upsetting me so much. So the first thing I noticed about her was she would say, oh, Jesus, every little thing. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. I'm like, why are you shouting Jesus, Jesus? I tried to correct her that you cannot be shouting Jesus for every little thing. I realized that somebody who happens to be our best friend at school is the one who's been shouting Jesus at every little thing. So my daughter has copied that. And it took us about 2 weeks to stop her from shouting Jesus. And the next thing I noticed now is that she's saying, come on now. Oh, why are you taking so much time now? Can't you see I'm sitting right there now? So now it's now. And then the Nigerian accent is starting to shine through. And I'm like, come on, stop speaking like other people. Try to speak like yourself. Everybody laugh at me. Every time I'm trying to correct her to say, stop copying other people at your school. You don't need to try to speak like them. You speak like yourself. You need to just to get her to keep her accent a little bit more. I'm not saying that, British accent, obviously it doesn't put money in your bank account, It doesn't put food on your table. But it just annoys me to see how children can easily copy each other, they copy things from each other. It's just strange to hear her speaking one way, and within a very short time, we are even just 3 months, and then you can see her, the way she pronounces. You know how Nigerians will speak. You know how we speak, we use the whole of our mouth to pronounce words. And she's already doing that now. And it's annoying at the same time, it's funny. So I laugh. And whenever I say, will you stop speaking like that and speak like yourself? Everybody laughs and they play, that kind of thing. Yeah, you're wasting your time. So that's another thing, that we're dealing with now. It's really upsetting. Upsetting kind of, that she's losing her British accent very fast. And I see now that there's really nothing I can do to stop that. And that person that said, be prepared, she's going to lose her British accent, that person was very correct. My son, on the other hand, maybe because he's already older, much older before he came, his accent has not changed. He speaks normally, calmly, the way he speaks. It's just my little girl who likes to copy everybody. I've seen a lot of videos pop up here and there now of a lot of people relocating back to Nigeria. I think I've seen 2 this week on Facebook. are people that are kind of popular too on Facebook. They are getting popular, let me put it that way, on Facebook. And I see now that they've come back to Nigeria. I'm like, yeah, more Japadians, more people are coming to Nigeria, which is good. And the strange thing is that the children have never for once felt like they are in the wrong place. Because I was really, really worried about the fact that they might feel like, oh, I'm not fitting in. There's never been one complaint from school that I don't want to go back to school or something happened to me at school or anything like that. The teachers are very supportive. They are very friendly. The children are not complaining at all. They've kind of seemed to embrace this place as their home. And I wasn't expecting that to happen. I thought maybe we were going to have a phase where we would struggle so much to come to terms, with these things. But they kind of settle into the environment nicely, making friends as they go along. They are people now know them. People encourage them to talk. They want to hear them speak. Sometimes they laugh at the things that they try to pronounce and they're not pronouncing well. They try to make them speak in Yoruba so that they could, just have a banter, something like that. So they encourage them to speak in Yoruba. My shop, the time like flies. Like when I'm there from 8:30 in the morning, I'm like, what have we done today? We've not even, because it's just like, so fun, so busy, everything happening very fast. And I just want to give glory to God. I just want to thank God for His grace and mercy. One of the highlights for me this week was when my daughter just came home from school one day and then she greeted everybody in Yoruba language. What is that, Dad? I thought it Dadan. Dadan is, they will say she Dadan and you will not say Dadan. It means, are you well? Is everything okay? You now say everything is okay. Dadan is everything is okay. Yeah. What's the meaning of Eka Aroma? Eka Arosa. Eka Arogbogbole. Look at me and say it again. Hey, so you know the meaning? Clap for yourself. Well done, Esther. What she greeted, definitely, I wasn't the one who taught her because I've not really been teaching. I just speak, and I know that sometimes she understands what I'm saying, and she will repeat what I've said. It's so fun to see them. I'm just grateful to see them settling down. And at this point, 3 months into Japada, what I would say to people who are looking to relocate to Nigeria is proper planning. I cannot overemphasize proper planning. It is very doable, and my own life and my own situation shows that Japada is doable. I've seen people who built mansions. I've seen people who have fleet of cars. I've seen people who are very rich and who have Japada them. Obviously, they are very comfortable. And I've seen people who don't have much, but because they plan very well, they are able to stretch that little that they have. You have to really factor in everything one by one by one by one. If you plan yourself very well, you live within your means. You live within your means. I think you'll be able to do Japada. That's my own honest opinion. It is very doable. And this is me telling you that it's doable. I think those people that I know that have had challenges so far are those who did not plan on how to kind of have their own property. That helps a lot. If you have your own property, don't come here with the intention to rent. That's just one tip I'm giving out there. If you can get rid of housing issue, get your health insurance in place. The next thing we're thinking about is school fees. And then the rest will be feeding. So you need to plan yourself. And then Japada will be easier. Japada is not easy, but Japada will be easier if you plan yourself well and have good support around you as well. Yeah. So Japada will be easier. And I want to say hello to everybody in the group. I want to thank everybody for showing us support. I will be creating other social media platforms where we are going to be, showcasing what we are doing in our business. We want to try to have online presence so that we can start to grow our business. People are starting to know us because we did our launch. Yeah, we did our launch where we showcased some of the things that we're selling. We just created awareness. We made some noise, let me put it that way, so that people would know we were there. And that happened like a few weeks back. And since people are getting to know us, people are walking into our store gradually. Hopefully, we will start to have online presence as well, and people will continue to patronize us and grow our business. So thank you so much, guys, for following us on this journey. Thank you for all the comments. Keep them coming, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.